Hey guys, it's Adara. I am back today with a Q&A video for you all because I've been getting so many questions on Instagram and Snapchat, Facebook, everywhere. So I thought, let me just answer them all at the same time for you. I'm with my videographer Dylan and I'm really excited to get into it. We're going to read them off one by one and answer them accordingly. I think people post consistently and never make money from content because they treat it like a hobby. You're posting, you're creating content at your leisure, it's a passion, it's something on the side, but there's never any strategy behind it. So if you do not have strategy behind what you're posting or when you're posting it, it literally will never yield results because you need to treat those posts and that account that you're posting on like a business for it to pay you like one. So my number one thing for actually getting paid as a creator is to definitely strategize and actually use the tools that are available to you, scheduling tools, research tools. Look at other creators in your niche and see what's going well for them, because there's nothing stopping you from rinsing and repeating the same sort of topic or questions that are getting asked and putting them on your account too with your own personal flair. The difference between content that gets attention versus content that converts is thinking about what stage of the sales funnel you're at. So with your sales funnel, you've got the top, which is really wide, you get loads of views, you're getting people's attention, you're going viral. Then you've got your middle of funnel, which is a little bit of a hybrid. Then you've got your bottom of funnel, which is really value driven and direct to your ideal follower or your ideal client. That bottom of funnel content is what is going to convert because you are literally talking direct to the person that you're trying to target, including their pain points, including solutions, and bridging the gap between where they are and where they want to be. So creating content that converts is about thinking about who you're talking to, but also getting visual with it. If I did a talking reel and I was just sat here talking like I am on this YouTube video, that reel would literally have a graph of the retention rate and it would be like this, straight down after 3 seconds, because there's nothing hooking the viewer in. So when you're wanting to create content that actually converts, the first job is to actually hook the viewer in. We can use verbal hooks such as 5 things I wish I knew before I started X, or these are 3 things I did to get to Y. That's a verbal hook and that gets your viewer literally hooked in. They want that piece of information, so they're going to continue watching the video because you've said the piece of value at the start. Then we've got visual hooks. One visual hook could be, this is how you blah, blah, blah. Or you could turn your chair and you could be like, this is how you da, 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 da. Or you could get an accessory that's related to your niche. Stick your microphone on the end of the accessory. For example, if you're a hair creator, go get a hairbrush. If you're a chef, go get a wooden spoon. Stick that microphone on the end, and then as you are saying your first line, this is how I blah, 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 blah. Instantly, you've got the viewer hooked, you've got their attention, whether it's verbally or visually. Those 2 things will mean that they actually get into the reel. Once they're in, 99% chance you've got them in. You just need to provide value and then have a clear call to action at the end, which tells them exactly where to go to get to work with you or to view your digital or physical products. The difference between a content creator and a paid creator is systems and processes. Full stop, that's it. The only difference between you creating content and not getting paid and creating content and getting paid is your systems, processes, and beliefs. So what do I mean by that? Well, when I say systems and processes, I mean treating your content like it's a machine and it's something that can work for you. Because if you just say every day at 5 o'clock, right, I'm gonna film now. All right, I'm gonna post it at 6 o'clock, full stop, bye everyone. That is not gonna turn into a business and a content machine. You need to plan and execute like it's a job, as I said in the last question, and actually create a strategy around what you're posting. So you've got your content pillars. For example, my content pillars are posting content, filming, coaching women. They're like my main content pillars, but you could have ones around hair, makeup, fashion, or football, gaming, and cameras. Whatever those pillars are, if you stick to them and use them as your generalized umbrellas for the content that you create thereafter, it will make it so much easier to become a paid creator because you're attracting people based on those pillars and you are retaining them because you keep providing value within those sections. Another thing that would speed up the process to becoming a paid creator is to actually get a mentor and a coach. With that, you will literally catapult yourself to success 10 times faster than if you was to go to YouTube University and watch 36 videos on it and waste weeks and weeks and weeks trying to be a paid creator. Why not just go to the source myself, get on the paid to post 12-week coaching program, and I will personally coach you to success. All we need to do is follow my proven, tried and tested systems and processes, implement them into your business, create some creative ideas around your topics, delve deeper into your niche, and really define your ideal follower profile. Once all those things are done, all we have to do is script, film and post. Rinse and repeat that. You've got a perfect guarantee of success because everything that you put in, you will eventually get out. You need to post every day to go viral. No, you don't. Because over here, it's quality over quantity. Do you want to build your community based on volume, or do you want to build your community based on quality? For me, I encourage creators to always post with intent. Every single reel that you put out should be either valuable and educational, entertaining, or inspiring. When I say inspiring, I mean sharing your story, attacking limiting beliefs that you previously had, helping your viewers actually get to where they want to be faster. All those things are literally going to get you to where you want to be. So I would never, ever, ever tell you to post every single day if it's not going to be 7 quality posts a week. Because everyone will keep drilling that into you that it's all about volume and volume and volume. But the truth is, you could have one piece of content with 20,000 views that's done okay, and you've got a good bit of value, your retention rate's really high, and you've got a lot of feedback and engagement. Or you could have a reel with 1 million views, but your retention rate's on the floor and nobody's messaged you. Well, we know which one is the more valuable piece of content, so why not play on that even more? I think choosing a niche is something that people are really getting stuck up on right now. Like, I work with a lot of creators in a lot of different niches, and their first initial roadblock was picking a niche. Because everyone came to me and was like, right, I like X, Y, and Z. I need to pick a niche. Which one do I pick? And I'm like, you don't have to pick one. You could operate across 3 niches, and the generalized niche is you. You are known for X, Y, and Z. Like, you could be known for hair, makeup and fashion. They're somewhat 3 separate niches, but you're combining them all into one and having a sort of umbrella under what you actually post about. Because I think if you try to niche down too hard, you're creating such a narrow little funnel of people that you're talking to that your community will never be huge. Like, if you just make a community about a certain breed of cat, how is that going to succeed if it's so small and so niche? Whereas if you just make a community about cats full stop, that's so much easier to get a bigger volume of people within your community than it is to say, all right, I only want to talk about that certain type. That same concept would be applied to niching down. If you like a certain type of fashion or a certain trend, say you're only into, I don't know, coquette or floral, whatever, why not just niche up a little bit and say that you're a fashion girly? And then 99% of your posts could be that particular style, but you're still labeling yourself as a fashion girl. That would be how you attract people and actually grow a better, bigger and larger community that still is based around what you really want to do. You should not join Pays to Post if you don't want to level up, if you are scared of growth, and if you don't want to become a paid creator. But if you do want to do those things, let's get into it. My perfect idea of a perfect client is just somebody that wants to learn. I'm not going to say it's one type of person because it's not. I help female creators and entrepreneurs turn that content into cash and create a perfectly magnetic personal brand that actually pays. So if you fit within that category, come work with me. I do also work with men too. The first thing I'm going to say is, yes, going viral is so overrated. I have made multiple 5 figures with less than 3,000 followers over the past few years. So I don't think virality has anything to do with my financial success. It is purely about building a quality community with a high concentration of qualified individuals that actually fit or know somebody who fits your ideal client profile. So virality is good. It's good for vanity metrics, and it's good to say, oh, I've got 300,000 followers, I've got 1 million followers. But in the grand scheme of things, if you do not effectively monetize that large amount of followers, then it's no better than having 2,000 followers, 20,000 followers. But if you know how to actively convert and get people and own your audience, that is where you've got the money maker. The one system that paid creators have that hobbyist creators don't is batching. Batching is my favorite tip to share with people because it's literally the key to life. Like, I know how it can get recording and posting every day exhausting, burnout central. So batching is literally your answer. All you have to do is pick one day a week where you know, all right, this day I'm going to film. When you're on that day, get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 different tops if you need, and change your top per 1 or 2 reels. Once you've done that, you've literally got over a month's worth of content over the space of 2 to 3 hours. And now all you need to do is edit it. So batching that filming takes a huge strain off you down the line, because all you need to do then is edit. And I think that is literally the best way to become a paid creator, because you know that you can put out that volume and it's still quality. It's not like you're stressing about it every single day. If you fully implement everything that we discuss in the 12 weeks of your one-to-one paid to post program, you will have a fully audited account, systems and processes to actually accelerate your business, a branded media kit that's going to accelerate your personal brand, clear content pillars that actually fit you and your niche, and a clear system and strategy that is going to implement all of those ideas into a content calendar. That content calendar is pure clarity for you. All you have to do is follow it. We will sit and create this content calendar together. Make sure that you've got a month's worth of content ready to go, rotating around the ABA content cycle, educate, entertain, inspire, rotating around that content cycle and making sure that we're keeping those viewers in, because retention is everything. Once we've gone through all of that, we will then work on accelerating your personal brand and engaging with your community and wider community to grow your brand. All we need to do is make those solid connections, collaborations, and then we can step into brand deals. Once the audience has grown, it's so easy to do everything off the back of that. You can launch a digital product, get your shop front ready, get all your offers in line so that when people do approach you, you're actually ready for it. And by the end of the 12 weeks, you will have a fully functioning content machine that works for you, which will help you unlock multiple revenue streams, some passive and some active. I think people forget that Instagram is a little bit of a facade, and the things that people post are just the highlights of their life. Do you think that they're living a 24/7 dream? They're not, let me tell you that. Especially as females, we love to compare ourselves to the next girl and what she's doing and how many Birkin bags she's got. But comparison is the thief of joy. Why not just stay in your own lane where there's no traffic and keep that tunnel vision to move forward? There is no need to look left, right and centre at what other people are doing, because you will literally send yourself crazy. We've got such crazy things going on right now in the world with our perception, especially as females, of ourselves. Filter blindness is real. The girls be using them filters. You look cute and whatever, but remember to love your natural. There's so many things going on that social media does to literally distort and destroy your mind. You have to rise above it and use it to your advantage, which is becoming a paid creator. If you would like to get involved, DM me on Instagram, paid to post, or drop me an email at info@aspyadara.com and we can get started. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If there's any more questions that you guys would like answering, please put them in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. Any recommendations or any videos that you want to see next, let me know and I will make it for you. See you soon. Stay blessed and not stressed. Later.